Hello and welcome to my review of the Olympus 15mm BCL body cap lens. It's a very simple and small profile lens that you flick a switch or slide a switch and it opens up the lens and focuses from infinity to 30 centimeters. It's a very simple lens. It fits in like a body cap. It's mainly plastic and it is quite cheap, but it offers quite a lot of versatility, which we'll talk about later. I reviewed the 9mm equivalent and you can see that here. You can see that the 15mm is ever so slightly thinner, but there's really not much more in it. The 9mm juts out a little bit, but they're very thin profile lenses. So it just replaces your body cap as I'm doing here, switches in, replaces the body cap, and it just so happens you've got a lens then with a very small profile. So it's a really good way to add another lens. 15mm is 30mm in full frame equivalent, and you just flick it open, generally putting it on infinity focus, and you're ready to start taking pictures. I really like it, just like the 9mm. So here we are looking at it. It's a fixed f8 and it's best to work in aperture priority and set the ISO to auto ISO. And then it becomes a really useful tool. It converts your micro four thirds camera into a point and shoot. And here are some of the images. You can see on the left hand side got the unedited, and on the right hand side the edited image. So it's not the best lens in the world. I think DxOMark gave it its lowest lens score, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be a body cap that you can quickly switch open, take a quick shot if you need to. What I like about it is I think it gives good images, particularly after editing, just like the 9mm. And again, if you want to see the 9mm review, have a look here, click here and watch it. So I think it does give good images, and I think it gives better images than a smartphone, and I think it makes a really good compact shooter. I deliberately took these pictures on my Olympus EP1, which is the first micro four thirds camera they did. It's 12 megapixels, because I wanted to show really how you can use it to convert an old camera into a really quick, good street photography camera, point and shoot, but is still better than a smartphone and probably better than a compact camera in all honesty. And actually, I think you get really good images with it. Just snap, take. Don't worry about focus because it's f8. Everything's in focus, particularly at infinity, and you can get some good close focuses with it too. Also, it works really well when edited, and it works really well with the inbuilt art filters. You might think that the unedited images on the left look a little bit flat. You do need to draw some punch and some detail out in editing. But you know what, if you edit like I do, and you sort of ramp up the clarity and you ramp up the vibrance, then actually in a way sometimes it doesn't matter what lens or the quality of lens, because you filter it and you add so many filters so much that it doesn't really make much of a difference, you know. So it's a good lens. Compared to the 9mm, I've got to say I do prefer the 9mm lens, just because I prefer the field of view. I much prefer the fisheye field of view, and I find that more useful. But the point of micro four thirds is that it's lightweight, it's always with you, and it's quick and it's easy while being interchangeable. So actually, take along a lens and use that as your body cap, and you've added another lens in for hardly any weight, negligible weight, and it means you can pick up your camera, turn it on, flick a switch, and you're ready to shoot, which is something I really like, and I've got some really good images that way. It also can turn an old camera, or well, I say turn an old camera, transform an old camera into a really good street photography. And 15mm or 30mm in full frame terms is actually really good, good focal length for street photography, as to a certain extent is 9. In summary, is it the best lens in the world? Not at all. It's actually DxOMark's worst lens in the world, but it doubles up. It works really well. I was going to say it doubles up as a body cap, and it doubles up as a lens, and actually it makes photography fun. It really does make photography fun when all you have to worry about is composition. You don't really have to worry about focusing. You don't really have to worry about your shutter speed, because you're doing it in aperture priority with auto ISO. So you always get something that's fast enough, and even on Olympus, even if not on Olympus body, you've got the image stabilization. So you get good shots, and it really does become point, shoot, and it's great. Again, not the best lens in the world, but if you enjoy it and you get some good pictures at the end after editing, I don't think you've lost anything. I have a wide range of Micro Four Third YouTube videos that you might want to look at here and on the playlist. Please subscribe if you like what you see, and you can watch some more. Thank you.